At 4:30 on a January morning, P&O's Oceana entered the Suez Canal at Port Said as part of a southbound convoy. By dawn we were well into the 120-mile canal which connects the Mediterranean with the Red Sea, cutting through the Egyptian desert and avoiding the 3,700-mile journey round the southern tip of Africa. By 7:45 we'd cruised the 37 miles to the town of Alcantara. The town straddles the canal and ferries carry cars and passengers between the two halves. Outside the town is the War Memorial. A few miles further south is the Suez Canal Bridge, also called the Mubarak Peace Bridge or the Egyptian-Japanese Friendship Bridge, which was built in 2001. The bridge is 230 feet above the water, which limits the size of ship that can pass through the canal. This 2.5-mile long bridge connects the continents of Africa and Asia. It's so strategically important that there's a military base alongside it. Every ship in the convoy is escorted by at least 2 tugs to make sure they don't come too close to one another. A railway line runs alongside the canal for its full length. The canal was constructed between 1859 and 1869. "12 miles south of the Peace Bridge is the El Ferdan Railway Bridge, also opened in 2001. At 1,100 feet it's the longest swing bridge in the world. Unfortunately, the new parallel shipping lane, completed in 2015, doesn't have a bridge, so this one can't be used anymore. It's planned to build a rail tunnel to replace it. All along the length of the canal are emergency mooring points and access roads. Throughout the transit, normal shipboard activities continue, with the added attraction of a genuine Egyptian bazaar. Is it me, or is that ship getting a bit closer? Military convoys frequently use the road alongside the canal. Roughly halfway along the canal is the city of Ismailia, which sits on Lake Timsah. This is one of 3 so-called bitter lakes, a series of saltwater lakes which were dry salt valleys before the construction of the canal. Passing more military posts, we saw where sand dredged from the canal had been piled near the edge. A bit further south is the new 840-foot-long floating swing bridge that can be pulled across the canal in just 10 minutes to allow road traffic to move between the 2 sides. Then we came to the Great Bitter Lake, where some of the 50 ships a day, which pay an average of £250,000 to use the canal, can pass or overtake one another. Most of the ships are container vessels, but the barge carrier Enough Torque was transporting wind turbine blades. Some of the largest ships are tankers, like the Bunga Kasturi Tiga, which can hold 71.5 million gallons of crude oil. As we came to the outskirts of Suez City, we passed a very large military base. All the soldiers seemed very pleased to see us, though I'm not too sure about having a gun waved at me. Passing ships wanted to greet us as well. "11 hours after entering the canal, we passed Suez and came out into the Red Sea, where ships were already waiting to make the northbound transit. Here we prepared to fight off pirates in the Gulf of Aden, armed only with water cannon and 3 ex-SAS guards.